Now, this is exciting. Several different storylines heading into the game against Dallas Stars last night and the outcome. There are more storylines that we're going to get into in just a moment. And one of them has to deal with how Paul Maurice is going to have to find his defensive pairing, well, the third one, I should say, and stick to certain lines that have been just magical so far this season. And one guy that you just saw there in that video, in the intro, he had one heck of a game last night. I really liked his style of play, his play. Donovan Sebrango really had just a stellar performance last night. First time on the ice with the Cats. Great pickup by them. We're going to get into it in just a moment. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Panthers Digest. I'm your host, Greg Andrews. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button right there. You guys need to stay up to date with anything and everything that has to do with your back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. We're just going to jump into this, guys. The major storyline of the night was Brad Marchand was back, and boy, was his presence felt right off the bat. He gets the deciding goal in the shootout. Florida beats Dallas 4-3 in said shootout. He started the scoring, he finished the scoring, and they won. And it was a big win, especially now they're going to be heading on the road. A West Coast road trip. 4 games. Not easy ones. It's never easy going from the East Coast to the West Coast and having to face West Coast opponents, especially the Vegas Golden Knights, which is the last game of this 4-game road trip. So that'll be a big test. They've been playing pretty well. Obviously, they didn't have the greatest showing against the Cats. The Cats really had their number, but we'll see what happens there. But they got to play the Kings. They do have to play the Sharks. And they have, I can't remember who the fourth one is. I mean, I'll show you guys at the very end. It's at the end of the video. I'll show you who they're going to be playing against. But those are 3 out of the 4 opponents that they will be facing. Not going to be an easy test. Okay, so I'm a little nervous, but I'll get into why in just a moment. So, again, Brad Marchand started scoring, ended the scoring. He did this for Sella, J.P. McCollum's daughter, who lost her battle with cancer. She was just 10 years old, so he was playing for her, and man, did he ever. He had a fantastic game. And here were the lines from last night. Obviously, that Lucian Lindell Marchand lane has not changed at all for Hagee, Rodriguez, Rhino, Bovequist, Bennett, Samoskevich, Greer, Schwint, and Gregor. The big change is Donovan Sebrango was in on the third defensive pairing, and he was great. Even head coach Paul Maurice loved what he saw from him, and I'm going to show you exactly what he had to say right now. And here we go. He said, this is the first part, the first couple of sentences. He says, I liked it. It was predictable. It was hard. It was fast. He looked comfortable. The things, and then after that, he was talking about the game and how the team played. He said the things that we're trying to get better at, we got much better at. I think we were about 6.5 minutes of zone time, and that would have been our best number of the year. We've still got some work to do, but we have some pieces, more sustained pressure, shot selection. We've got to work on a little bit. So some things coming up there for work for the Florida Panthers. So like I said, he really liked what Donovan Sebrango did. He was +2 on the evening, didn't score a goal, didn't have an assist, but he had 2 shots on goal. You'll see one in the highlights I'm going to show you in about 2 seconds, but great showing by him. I love the back check. I love the forecheck. He had a couple shots and was making the right decisions. I think it might have helped on that third defensive pairing and helped Petrie a little bit because he has had a rough going so far this season. And that's the tough decision, I think, for Paul Maurice that he's going to have to make is who is going to be on that third defensive pairing? Are you going to put Petrie in there, or are you going to try Balinskis? What are you going to do? Are you going to try to maybe trade for someone to get a little bit deeper for your defense? Because we don't know when we're exactly going to see Kulikov or if he's going to even return this season. It is not determined yet. Again, 5 to 6 month recovery time for him when he sustained the injury a couple of games into the season. So we'll see what happens. Do they make a move or do they not? Because again, the area that they've been struggling in is offensive production. So they might actually have to make a move on that light in terms of getting a good offensive player that can put the puck in the back of the net and help this squad generate something in the offensive third of the ice. So let's keep going, guys. We are right here for the game last night, and I'm going to show you the highlights after this. We outshot them by 6. We outhit them by 5. We were not very good in the face-off circle last night at all. Only winning just under 33% of face-offs, not great. Our penalty kill has not been great either. Our power play has been mediocre at best. So, I mean, we've been out of position for a lot of these things on our penalty kill. So that's been one of the problems. And I was trying to look to see who was on the ice for a lot of those penalty kills. And again, it's just out of place, not caught puck watching and not seeing where the players are around you that you need to get in those passing lanes, those shooting lanes. And you could see 21 giveaways last night. That's not going to help you win games. And then the 22 block shots for the Dallas Stars really helped them stay in that game last night. And let's just get right into the highlight. Here we go. Schwint trying to make things happen. I really like how he has been playing. And here you go. Great move inside. Tries to put it on net. Could have gone through the 5-hole, but goaltender DeSmith, I think that's his name, ended up kicking that one out. And here we go. Panthers out of position. Like I said, you got 3 guys right there. Put a body on a body. You got even things out. Don't let them get a chance. The 2 guys, obviously, Panther at the top part of the screen there. He's putting a body on right now, taking a guy out of the play. And you got 2 guys caught puck watching instead of understanding. You've got a guy at the bottom here, I believe number 21. Somebody's got to go pick him up. And here you go. Behind the back pass, backhanded pass. Look at this. Just wide open. No one there. And I'm just surprised to see our players so out of position, not realizing that there's a player right there. I know you give Bob a better shot to stop the shot if he has eyes on it, and he did, but you still have to find a way. Forsling should have gone to that player, number 21, and got a stick in the passing lane, but he was caught puck watching. Both guys tried to go to where the puck was instead of going to the open man. And here we go on a counter. Great puck movement here. Marchand with the first goal of the night. Awesome job by that Lustrine and Lundell Marchand line. I mean, it's just fantastic. Don't fix what isn't broken. Coach Maurice. And then here we go. Shooting one in there. It's going to go off the post and out, back around. And Rhino banks this one in off the goaltender. Awesome shot by him to put it back there. Just easy for the most part. I mean, that's a hard shot right there at the goal line. I mean, he did not have a lot of room there, but fantastic job by the Cats. Great play by him to throw it at the net because you never know what will happen. And sure enough, it goes off his pad and into the back of the net. So here we go. That's the shot again. Here you go. Right there. It goes right off his pad and in. And here we are once again watching the puck, not watching the players. So we have 2 guys going to the top. We have 1 guy trailing the play and 1 right in the middle of our defensive third. And skating backwards, he goes and tries to take on the player right there instead of going on Bob's near side here on the near circle. Great pass by them. I mean, look at that. Nobody is there to try to get in the passing lane. Too far, too late. And guess what they do? Put that right by Bobrovsky. And here's another misstep, miscue defensively. I put this in here from this angle because I want you guys to see where our guys are. Okay? Right in the middle is a guy off to the left. Look who's coming around the net. That's Rantanen. How do you let him get so open, sneaking behind the back of the net, and he's just going to deflect this puck in? This was not a shot. This was a pass. A direct pass to Rantanen, who deflects this perfectly into the back of the net over Bob. Right there. I mean, look at how wide open he is. I mean, Ekblad is completely out of position. I believe this was a power play goal. So, too easy for them. And then this is how the game ended. Couldn't be more fitting. Exciting, yes. But the Cats should have run away with that when they were up 2-0 at one point and then let the Dallas Stars back in with 2 goals. I think they were within about 49 seconds of each other or 42 seconds of one another, and then went up 3-2 in the third period. They came back with about 2 minutes and 48 seconds left, put one in the back of the net to tie it. Nothing happened in overtime, shootout, we win. Thank goodness we got the 2 points. They needed it because they're in the middle of that division right now, of the Atlantic Division. So they're going to need to get that help. But again, still miscues on defense, miscues on our special teams, just not firing on all cylinders like it was early on in the season. So some questions, some things need to be addressed. I know Coach Paul Maurice has said he's been working on things in practice with these guys, especially offensively, and I think our penalty kill needs to be addressed a little bit more because, man, they've not been stopping a whole lot on the PK. So anyways, let's keep on rocking and rolling, get back to this. So like I said, Team stats, not the greatest for the Cats. And here we are for our individual stats there. Anton Lundell had a rough time in the circle, only winning 28.6% of his faceoffs. But the numbers for that line, you can see it right there in the middle. They were great. 1 goal, 2 assists, +3 rating. +2 rating overall. So we'll take that any day. Second line, Verhaeghe, Rhino, and Erod was 1 goal, 2 assists. +3 rating. And third line, Boquist, Bennett, Samoskevich, 1-1 and +2. And the bottom line, Greer, Schwint, and Gregor, zeros across the board, even for their plus-minus. So better performance by all 3 lines. Not, obviously if you're scoring 3 goals, there's been a lot of good assists happening out there. You can count them there. I like the way they play it again. I really think the bright spot was Marchand. Obviously, he's the best player on the team right now. And Sabrango was spectacular at +2 for the night. And here you go. Defensively, these are the stats. Forsling has been great. Again, he's leading the team at plus-minus at +4. And Donovan Sebrango. Zeros, yes, but he had a +2 rating. He had 2 shots on the net, 1 blocked shot, 1 hit. It was a good one, too, but he did have a pretty big giveaway. And I don't know what's going on with Seth Jones. He's been having a little bit of trouble recently and not playing the greatest in terms of puck possession and trying to get it to his teammates. Some miscues at times, and he's just looking like he's a step off. So I don't know what's going on there. But again, Donovan Sebrango, love it. Great job by him. Has the energy, being physical, putting the puck on the net. Again, you never know when you're up near that blue line, throwing the puck at the net, give your guys a chance in front. Deflection, big rebound, whatever it is, throw the puck at the net. Throw the puck at the net when you're that far away. And then Bob was still being Bob, had some great saves. But again, his numbers don't speak for how he actually played. His guys in front need to do a better job, especially on the penalty kill. They've been out of place too much, and especially in the last couple of games. They need to do a better job. So let's keep on rocking and rolling, moving forward here. So these are the games coming up. We've got the Ducks at 6-3-1 on the 4th. The Los Angeles Kings 5-4-4. San Jose, who's starting to find a rhythm at 4-6-2, and then Vegas at 6-2-3. That's the biggest matchup that we have on this road trip. It's going to be a tough one. Hopefully, the Cats can come away. I'm hoping they can win 3 out of the 4. There's a potential there, but again, West Coast road trips are tough. The travel is brutal. The time change, not so bad. A 3-hour difference isn't terrible, but still, getting there and then literally finding a way to have the energy, hopefully ride the bit of wave that we have coming off of this win. Hold on to that energy. Hold on to that great 5-on-5 play that we do have. I'm not going to take away that from the team. They've been great 5-on-5. But if they are down a man, it has not been looking good. Even if they're up on and we're on a power play, our power play needs to start clicking. And hopefully with Bennett's goal, the 2 Sam's scoring last night, I know Rhino's already been feeling it. He's rolling. Hopefully Bennett can start rolling as well. They can start feeding off of each other, and both those lines can start scoring at will, as well as Marchand's. And it's just going to be a matter of time for that 4th line to start clicking as well. But I think Donovan Sebrango is a big bright spot. Brad Marchand was absolutely spectacular. Loved watching him play. And the big question is going to be this now. Wait 1 second. Is this. So you've got 3 guys now for that 3rd defensive pairing. Petrie has been okay. Balinskis has been okay. Petrie still has the 2 assists, but Donovan Sebrango in his first game ever as a Florida Panther, +2 rating. He was everywhere. Put a couple shots on net. Had almost 16 minutes of ice time. I liked what I saw from him. Every time I saw number 6 on the ice, he was making a play. He did have one giveaway, but other than that, all around, very solid first game for him. The chemistry will get there. I think they keep him out there because, man, he just came out, had the energy, and was feeding off of his team members. And I really think he helped this defense, especially with Petrie, do a little bit more than put their guard down and not do a great job on the back check or even on the forward check, trying to keep things in the offensive zone, but on the back check too, trying to stop some of these big-time plays, these big-time players, I should say, in our offensive zone. They've been doing a pretty solid job of that when he was on the ice last night. So I liked what I saw overall from him. And, just an just a great effort by him. Again, overall, what I saw was good, out of position at times, but that has kind of been the MO this year with the Cats' defense, especially when they are on odd man rushes, or even. They have just been caught in these counterattacks watching the puck. Another great shot by Rhino. Just want to play this for you guys one more time so you kind of feel out the vibe. Again, just cross-ice passes are killing us. Not seeing the players. Great job by Marchand to put that between the 5-hole. It's just not finding the open man, not trying to stop the players that are going to have the higher scoring opportunities. We already know. Bob is one of those goaltenders. If he has eyes on puck, he could probably stop it 9 times out of 10. But if you're coming across the ice, no goaltender, no matter how fantastic the goaltender is, coming across the ice, you're probably not going to get to that and make a stop. Yeah, Bob has done some magical things, but again, it's not 9 times out of 10 he'll stop it. It'll be far less than that. So now let's keep going into some of the quotes that have happened. Here was Brad Marchand on playing after tragedy, after his friend's daughter lost her battle with cancer. If anything, this week has taught me there's so many incredible moments in life. You just have to enjoy it and not take too seriously and just kind of be in the moment. I wasn't nervous or anything out there. It was just more of a great opportunity to honor Sella. So fantastic by him. And here was Sam Bennett on his 300th career goal. Congratulations to him. Hopefully, there's a few more that go in for me now, and 300 is not where it stops. And Rhino, we hope it does not stop for you. Obviously, we hope it keeps going, and you just keep the scoring going routine for you, game in and game out, and you help us put more points in the points column in the Atlantic Division, and we start riding that wave and start making our way back up to the top. Because right now, the Montreal Canadiens are playing very, very strong hockey. So we just need to find a way to balance, stay in this race right now. Again, I'm not going to call panic attack or anything, but I am going to say if this road trip does not go very well for the Cats, Bill Zito might have to pull the trigger on something, especially if our defense starts to falter or even our special teams. We might have to do something. Or if we're not able to score, if we're averaging, let's call it 1.5 goals per game on this road trip, or if we get shut out again, something's going to have to fall. Something's going to have to happen to generate offensive chances, put the puck in the back of the net instead of shooting it at goaltenders. That's what we need to do, is find someone who can do that. Can we make a trade? Can we possibly get a loan like Kadri? Can we get him to come in here? And yes, I know he's still got time left on his contract and it's a lot of money, but you could probably get the Flames to pay for part of it. You get him here, take him in, see if he can come in and start throwing some screamers at the net, and we can get some points on the board, because right now our offense has just been lethargic since the homestand to start the season. But anyways, guys, so that is pretty much it for this episode of Panthers Digest. I just had a couple of more things just to say right now. So again, Sam Reinhart has scored in 5 straight games against the Stars, so they've been playing pretty well against the Dallas Stars in recent years. The Panthers earned their 5th straight win over Dallas. Adrian Greer had a team-high 8 hits in the game. The Panthers led 27-12 in scoring chances with 5-on-5. Like I said, they've been very good 5-on-5. Special teams, not so much. And Sergei Bobrovsky improved to 22-2 against the Stars they played last night. So back on the go. We are back at it Tuesday, 10 p.m., taking on the Ducks in the Honda Center in Anaheim. So big game there. Let's hope the Cats can make it happen. And again, let's see what Paul Maurice decides to do with that third defensive pairing. Does he leave Sabrango out there? I think he does. Does he make a change with Petrie? Maybe try Belinskas out and see how the chemistry works there. Who knows? I think he might stick with the veteran in Petrie. And let's hope Brad Marchand can keep it up. Rhino can keep it up. Bennett starts to get hot. Erod's been playing great. Samoskevich has been playing great. So again, can these guys start to get in rhythm? Can they start to find that identity? Can the chemistry stick with what they've been doing on these 4 lines? I think it's going to start to happen. Again, Schwint has been looking good. I'm optimistic. I'm a little nervous. Yeah, with this road trip. West Coast road trips are always a bit anxiety-filled, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for joining me. Until next time, guys, we got a couple of days until the Cats play again, so hang tight, relax, enjoy that win. I hope you guys all had a wonderful and safe Halloween, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. let's hope the Cats don't have to make any moves, stick to what we got, and keep winning. All right, guys. Until next time, go Cats.